everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and with Booker T. And today on Collision or Hit, we are going to talk about how Talia almost became the world heavyweight fighter yesterday. But no, that did not happen. It almost happened. If you know what I mean, Tony Schiavone says. I got that right, Jim Ross said. She almost became the world heavyweight fighter. You know, Roman Reigns spoke very highly of her yesterday on Friday Night SmackDown. So we do know that this match could happen again here today on Collision or Hit. You know, so here she comes now. I'll tell you right now, Booker T says she should just give up when she's ahead. She's never going to win the TWF heavyweight winnings or the world heavyweight winnings. A lot of folks will think that I should just give up. You know, that I'm never going to win the TWF heavyweight winnings or the world heavyweight winnings. But I'm here to tell you, giving up is not a choosing. When one gives up and walks away from whatever dream or goal that happens to be, the goal never happens, the dream never happens. And some of the scavers, haters, or naysayers out there would say that some goals you can't reach. Some dreams don't come true. But if you never work for the goal or the dream, you never know. So that's why I'm going to hopefully get another match with Roman Reigns for the world heavyweight winnings. Because at the end of the day, I am not walking away from my dream or my goal. Well, here comes Roman Reigns, coming to the ring now. Well, I just heard what you said about not giving up on a dream and not giving up on a goal. Now, at the end of the day, that is something that I can really back up. A lot of folks might look at me and they might say, Roman, you already raised your goal. You already got to the goal. Your dream already came true. But no, I got to keep on working. And you're right. Some naysayers and haters and scavers are going to say that, oh, well, you shouldn't seek the fight because you can't win. If I did not shift my standard back in 2020, then I would not had all of those matches. And I would have not had the longest run as the 2016 YL World Heavyweight Fighter and WWE Heavyweight Fighter at that time. If I would have given up on my goals or dreams, I would have not gotten the onlook for being the kinhead, the highest leader, the overlord, the highest, the king, whatever. Likewise, Roman Reigns, if you would have given up on your dreams and your goals, none of that would have come past. But I'm not going to give up on my goal or dream to win either the TWF heavyweight winnings or the world heavyweight winnings. So at the end of the day, it is going to happen. Alright, you can have another match for the TWF for the world heavyweight winnings, but I don't think it's going to end. I think it's going to end the same. This match is for the TWF world heavyweight winnings. First, she is Talia, and she is, we don't know if we're saying it's Tala or Talia. Some names spelled T-E-E-L-A. Talia? I don't know. And he is the world heavyweight fighter, Roman Reigns. Well, first off, both this woman and this man, both know how it is to not give up on dreams or goals. Tony Schiavone says. And it's true that Roman Reigns did put the work in during that time when he was on top. You know, a weird suplex, and here comes the body slam. And Roman Reigns, you know, is hopefully putting in the work right now. Well, you know, Jim Ross says a lot of folks wrote off Roman Reigns when he first came to WWE at the end of 2012 YL from his time in FCW, thinking that he would not go on to do great things, and he has. Oh, and Paul just knocked him down. Well, yeah, Booker T said, but it took him so many years to get to where he was at. But the man really shouldn't be talking about goals and dreams anymore, because he's already had his goal. He already had his dream. Paula, she needs to give up because she's not going to win the World Heavyweight winnings. Would you stop, Tony Schiavone says, saying that? You thinking she won't win? Paula coming back, Roman Reigns. Overman strike. Tony Schiavone says. And now Jim Ross said, here it comes, the spear. Will this match be over? Will Roman Reigns get her beat? We will have to see. I think Booker T said that she's going to end up losing. That's what I think. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Fighter, Roman Reigns. And I know what you're going to say, Booker T. You're going to say, Tony Schiavone says, that Paula should have not even done the fight, realizing that she could lose. But even though she lost, she isn't going to give up on her dream, Tony Schiavone says. You got that right, Jim Ross says. At the end of the day, she's not going to give up on her dream at all. She's going to keep on fighting, you know, and hopefully she will be the World Heavyweight Fighter one day. Well, when is that going to happen? You know, when is, what's her name, going to finally truly become the World Heavyweight Fighter? We don't know. Booker T says, alright, take it away now, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Tala here today on Collision or Hit. Alright, Tala, we don't really know how to say your name. And everybody on the interweb's going to keep saying you say it this way, but we don't know how to say it, so it is what it is. And I can't stand up, because someone at Jack's made my legs so awkward that I need to stand up. And you're right, Gorilla Monsoon. A lot of folks out there are going to say, oh, well, the name's spelled T-E-E-L-A. You should say it. And some would scathe me. Some haters, scavers, and naysayers out there would say that I should just give up because I'm not going to win the World Heavyweight winnings or the TWF Heavyweight winnings. And maybe they're right. Well, those haters, scavers, and naysayers out there are wrong. They are folks that gave up on their goals or their dreams. And since they're always irked and angered over other folks who are not giving up on their goals or dreams. The truth is, Gorilla Monsoon, I just have to give up on it. I'm just never going to win the TWF Heavyweight winnings. I'm never going to win the World Heavyweight winnings. And the sad thing on it is that no one knows how to say my name. And even if they know how to say my name, I must be a stunt, a lark. You know, I come in, I start getting all these wins against Ricochet, Sonya Deville. Then I start losing to Cody Rhodes, I start losing to Roman Reigns. What you're going through is what we will call self-doubt. Don't doubt yourself, because you will go on to do good things. And I don't know when, I don't know how, but sooner or later, you will become the TWF Heavyweight Fighter or World Heavyweight Fighter. Well, that's my That's my talk with Tala, or Tella, however you say her name. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking of Tala here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we got it for Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and Booker T. We hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.